How's it going, everybody? Trevor, Randles, Outdoors, Iowa here. We are back in the stand. We are in for an evening hunt. It's a weekday. It was a little chilly this morning, like a low of 22, and it got up to about 46 today, I believe. Got a pretty decent wind, like 26-mile-an-hour gust, but it's going in the right direction for me for this stand, so that's a good deal. I've had quite a few different bucks coming through in the evenings from 3 to 5, so I figured it'd be worth sitting just in case. Now, most of the days have been colder than today. It gets about 10 degrees warmer than normal for the whole week, so I'm wondering if maybe they'll move a little bit later or if they move at all, but you can't kill them if you're not out here, you guys. But I've had a lot of deer on camera. A couple bucks that were decent sized shooters too. Haven't seen anything that's giant yet this year, but as little as chance I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna be missing Brett this year, I believe. Usually I see the most bucks the first week of November on the farm, and my schedule won't work for me this year to hunt that week, so kill some squirrels. But that's alright. Oh, a red squirrel and a gray squirrel. That's alright though. We're gonna try to do some evening sits. That works better for my new work schedule. And since the deer are moving through, hopefully that works for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get settled in here, and we're going to wait and see if something comes through, you guys. I'll tell you what, guys. Those darn squirrels sure will have you convinced there's a deer coming up to you. There's plenty of them around, that's for sure. Too bad this is a squirrel sanctuary, though. It's just after 4 o'clock, and I haven't seen anything yet. Wind keeps kicking up every now and then, but still plenty of time left. I just had a doe run through on the other side of the ravine from me. Pretty good sized doe, and just moving pretty fast. Unfortunately, she's gonna get downwind of me probably. But maybe she's got something behind her. Dang it, there goes the second doe, same spot. There's a chance they could walk right in front of my other stand down there. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Just in case there's a buck behind him, I might try to use the antlers for a little bit. Another doe. Another big doe. Couldn't see its head when I first saw it, so I just see a big body. She's walking pretty slow, but she's basically going where those two went earlier. About 100 yards on the other side of this ravine. So the deer are still moving. I figured as warm as it was today, they'd be moving late. There's still time for something to happen. just about 100 yards from me. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but a big flock of geese just flew over the farm. They're heading north. Probably about 40 geese or so. But it is after shooting light now. I'm going to go ahead and get buttoned up. I'm going to get out of here. I got a couple trail cameras I'm going to pull cards from. And get heading back to town. Well, at least we've seen some stuff. I'll see how tired I am tomorrow after work. And I might come back out and try to do another evening sieve if I can. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get out of here quietly and hopefully not disturb anything. I don't know if this will be a video or not. If I need something for a video for a week, this might be it. Just in case the deer don't cooperate with me the next couple weeks. So, I am working on getting a better camera. I want to be able to zoom in on some of this stuff for you guys so you guys can see this better than the GoPros. I think that would be pretty cool. We're getting there. Channel's growing still. Got a lot to learn as well. But we're back in the tree again today. It's been just over a week since I got in my last sit. This new work schedule is definitely proven difficult. On the weeks that I have the kids, I am not getting out at all. So I'm going to have to try to film my videos every other week if I can. But I'll figure it out and we'll keep her going. So we've had a fairly decent warm up in Iowa, central Iowa here, this last week. Highs in the 50s and 60s. Lows are very cold, mostly 40s. And deer movement has gotten slow on the farm. I've had a few deer coming through, nothing crazy. I got an old buck that keeps coming through. He's been the only one that's been consistent. But I've got a small southeast wind today, which is perfect for this stand. And we're going to sit until dark. It is an evening sit. I got out here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think it was like 48 degrees when I got down here. So, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. If I see anything, I will bring you guys back. Hopefully we get a chance because I got Thanksgiving coming up. I'll hunt tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to try to do an evening and a morning sit tomorrow, possibly. It's going to be hard because I work tomorrow night, so that means no sleep for me. But I want a bunch of tag. I want to get out there on the water so I can start chasing some ducks and geese again. I told myself this year I have to get out bow hunt more. Because last year I didn't get a lot of chances to. I was taking my boy out duck hunting more than anything. Finally got him on some ducks and he was just loving it. Just letting things calm down right now. Should be rut right now, guys. It really should be. Normally here it's the first week in November, but last year was the second week in November. Maybe this warm-up kind of messed it up, I'm not sure. But I have not witnessed any bucks chasing. But here in a bit, I'm going to probably rattle. See if there's anything around. Maybe I can get something come into me. But I'm hoping I get lucky tonight. We'll see. I'll bring you guys back if I see anything. We're back out in the morning. Yesterday I only seen that one buck and I was too far to even show you guys on camera. But I'm sitting in my other stand today. Usually I have better luck in this one during the morning. Especially since I haven't seen much coming through on the cameras lately. So I'm just kind of going off of what I feel right now. Wind is right, got a south wind. It's about 40 degrees this morning. So a little bit chilly, but that might help us. I'm hoping we're going to see some more deer today. Got a deer over here. Can't tell if it's a buck or not. If it is, it's small. It looks like it's coming right at me. See where it goes. It might be a doe. But I walked right by my other stand most likely. It's a little buck. If it's a spike, I can put an antlerless tag on him. We'll see, he's coming this way. He's going to come through at about 40 yards. A little bit too big for a spike, I think. He's heading back to the original direction he was going, it looks like. There he goes off running. Alright. Well, you guys should be able to see that on camera. I think it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning right now. So about 3 hours into the sit. I had a doe 20 yards behind me in the thick stuff. Never had a shot at her. That was first thing this morning, about an hour in. And then he's the second deer. I seen one other in the distance, but I couldn't tell you what it was. It was on its way out of here. So far 3 deer total today. I could have shot at that spike buck, but for it to count as an antlerless, it has to be less than 10 inches on spikes. That one would have been pretty close. But we're going to get sitting back down and see if there's any other movement. Might do a little bit. It's November 22nd, and we are back in the stand. Just got off work this morning, so this is going to be kind of a tough sit because I'm going to be pretty tired. But the last 3 days I have had so many bucks coming through on my camera in front of my stand. And last night I had 4 or 5 bucks come through all night. So I feel like this is a pretty good chance to sit. It's about 26 degrees this morning. Got a really small south west southwest wind, and we're going to sit for as long as we can without falling asleep or getting too cold. I already had a buck as soon as I was starting to settle in, and he was watching from where I walked through, and it was a shooter buck too. I bet he was bedded down on the farm close by. I'm using some doe estrus today to see if I can get them to come in better. But we are on a mission today for a shooter buck. There's been at least 2 on camera that were definitely decent sized 8 and 10 pointers. Pretty quiet this morning. A lot of frost on the ground, so we'll see if we can hear them. But we'll try to get a video of it if we can. Wish me luck, you guys. As he went into the timber, then there was like a fork, maybe a 6-point came out right behind him. Wasn't a very big one, but I got him on my phone. So, or maybe there's another deer behind him, we'll see. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now. Well, it is now 12 o'clock noon. I am exhausted, you guys. Nothing else came through, so I make the drive back to town, get ready for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow, and I will be back out this weekend. This will be my last weekend to bow hunt before shotgun season. It's rough. Weather hasn't really cooperated with me, and we've given up a lot of waterfowl season to try to film a bow tag. Last year I did more waterfowl than bow hunting, and I didn't get a fill bow tag. It's so hard to pick between the two, you guys. It really is. But I'm gonna go ahead, get down, sneak on out of here. Maybe I'll jump something on the way out. Who knows? If I do, probably won't get a video of it. And I'll be out of here. Will this be a video? I don't know. I got that fork buck on camera. I got part of that coyote. So hopefully we can seal the deal this weekend, guys. I normally don't hunt too much after shotgun season because it just gets so much pressure out here. And the deer are just, you can't really pattern them. So it's just putting in time in the cold weather, and I'm not really geared up for the really, really cold stuff. Getting there though. Getting the stuff ready. I could always come out in my ice fishing bibs. I just don't want to tear them up walking through all the thorns and everything. But I'm gonna get on out of here and get heading home. just seen a really big bodied deer. I don't know if it was a buck or not, though. It is a buck, guys. Coming this way. It's a shooter too. He's down in the ditch, so I don't know if he's gonna come up here or not. He's working his way up, but he's down past where I need him to be. I think it's one of my younger big eights. Not really wanting to commit. Oh, there's a second deer that was behind him. Here he just came out up there. He is not coming this way. He's crossing over and going up into the timber. Definitely a shooter-sized buck, though. The other deer's still over here, so I gotta be careful. I wish he would just came right up out of that ditch right there where I needed him to. We'll see how this plays out. Maybe we'll get lucky and he comes back over this way. Alright, you guys. We're coming up on 8 hours in the stand today alone. It's nearing 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got in the tree stand about 12:30 this afternoon for the evening sit. I wanted to be a little bit earlier because I've had a few bucks showing up early the last couple days. I have not seen or heard one deer this whole evening sit, but It only takes 10 minutes to change that whole thing around. Almost all my deer encounters have been about 10 minutes long, 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm all the way out in the middle of Timbuktu, and I get to hear the neighbors yelling at each other because there's no wind. And it's just carrying through the timber like crazy. They're like a mile away. Whoever he's yelling at, that ain't right. Nobody deserves to get yelled at like that. Check it out, you guys. Hopefully you can see it on camera. We've got flurries. There's supposed to be a chance of flurries all day, and finally, right before dark, it's kicking in. I'm almost betting all the deer have been out in the fields eating right now. That's my guess. Still a chance for something to come true, though. Got another hour. Alright, guys, well, that's pretty much it. It's right at 5 o'clock. Still light. Still flurrying. It's actually sticking to the ground now. And not a deer in sight. That's 8 hours today in the deer stand. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, and I will be back out here in the morning. Hopefully they'll get out and start moving in the morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And today we're back in the tree. I was sitting yesterday and only seen 2 deer in the morning for an 8-hour sit. And then we got some snow in the evening through the night. So I'm hoping this gets moving today. But it's like 21 degrees today, a high of 35. 2 to 4 inches of snow and a small north wind. I'm going to have to really watch because with the snow, it's really quiet to walk in, so that means the deer can be even quieter. I must have jumped up a couple because I was following some tracks in to my stand. And I had a window that literally ran right in front of my stand, right across it. She had to have been right in front of me. But we're going to be sitting for a few hours today. Possibly an evening sit. This will be most likely my last day to try to fill my bow tag, I think. Unless I want to come down before work this week. So, we'll see. But, I'm going to be watching, listening, enjoying the view because the snow made this look pretty. This is what I enjoy, seeing this kind of stuff. And I will bring you guys back as something comes in. Alright, you guys. It is 11 o'clock. I'm going to get on out of here. I have not seen one deer all morning. But I'm going to try to come back out for an evening hunt. Somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock. And the sun's out now, so all the snow's coming off the trees, and I'm starting to warm up a little bit.
Well, I hope you guys have stuck around so far. I know this has been a fairly long video, but it's kind of just combining all my outings on my bow hunting adventures this year. Like I said, I might try to get out after shotgun season, which is this weekend, but usually there's not much deer movement and there's a lot of pressure on the deer, so it's hard to pattern them. So it's really, really tough to be able to get a deer after gun season. But at least we got to see some deer. I enjoyed getting out. I got out way more this year than I have in the past few years, so that was really nice. It just wasn't in the cards for me to get a buck this year, so maybe next year, hopefully, or if I get a chance again this year, I can still possibly fill that tag. How many of you guys are eating tag soup this year? Maybe I'll have a recipe for that coming up here pretty soon. All right. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later.
That's a walleye. And she swallowed it. That is a monster.